Hi everyone, it's Thea here, just here to spill some more tea for you guys, and this time it is about Joe Gorga getting caught lying at the reunion. And this time he was caught by quite a few people. So this is really interesting. Sources are saying that Joe Gorga was lying at the reunion, and I feel like this could be a lie or it could be true, but I'm thinking more likely it is true because we know right now that Joe Gorga is slightly unhinged. There's been a lot of stuff about Joe Gorga and what he's been doing behind the scenes. Like last year, he was filmed by one of his tenants in one of his homes or apartments or something that he's renting out. And they caught him, being super aggressive and threatening this guy, allegedly. And this guy was filming him from his car, and Joe Gorga was coming at him and being aggressive. And, the other guy was safe in his car. But I'm digressing. So basically, I just said that to give you some, background into what I'm going to tell you right now. So he was caught in a lie, and this lie was about none other than a child, one of the kids of the cast. So it wasn't just one lie, it was two lies. And he was actually caught saying lies about one child, and then there was another person's child as well that he involved in another separate lie. It wasn't like it was the same lie. It was a totally separate lie about another cast member's child. So there's two different cast members and two different kids. So the first lie that he got caught saying was he was lying about Gia Giudice. So at the reunion, allegedly, this is what he said. He said that he received a phone call. Just him. So Joe Gorga received a phone call from Teresa's daughter, Gia Giudice. And within this phone call, he claims that Gia Giudice actually suggested or said that he should or has to but he needs to divorce Melissa Gorga. And that is what he was claiming at the reunion. I feel like this is probably a lie. And obviously, Teresa was not happy at all that Gia Giudice was brought up in the discussion at all or in the reunion at all. And Teresa defended her daughter and said, no, this is a lie. And then Andy, allegedly as well, he was really curious to see what Gia's reaction to all this would be, and he wanted to know if she said this or not. So Andy Cohen actually not on air, but while filming, he rang up Gia Giudice and actually confronted her and asked her, Gia, did you say this to Joe Giudice about Melissa Gorga or not? Did you tell your uncle Joe Gorga to divorce his wife Melissa Gorga? Did you call him up and say this to him? And Gia said, no, that is a lie. I never said that. I never said that at all. So this is all alleged, keep in mind, but that is what the rumor mill is talking about right now. So Andy, I believe, was satisfied with that answer, and they kind of just left it at that with Gia. So then Joe Gorga was caught in another lie. So Joe Gorga was caught in a lie about another cast member, and this time it was about not cast member, but another cast member's child. And this time it was about Frank Jr. or Frankie Catania Jr. And Joe Gorga said that Frankie Catania rang him up or talked to him in person, I'm not quite sure. And he said that some negative things about Louis, working with Louis and Louis's business or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what he said, but he said something negative about Luis Ruales and his experience working with him or something like that. So then, obviously, Dolores was not happy with this at all, with the situation. So Dolores shut that down straight away. She was like, no, Joe Gorga, that never happened, and Frankie Jr. did not say that to you. Don't bring my child into the situation. This is between you and your sister, and don't ever bring my child, Frankie Catania, into your drama, Joe Gorga. So she checked him straight away and put him in his place, which I think that is a very Dolores thing to do. She is a fierce mama, and she goes hard for her kids. So I did expect that. And again, this is alleged. We don't know, because this is just what rumors are swirling about the reunion. I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know for sure. And everything I'm saying is alleged. But this is my opinion now, I don't really think that Joe Gorga thought this through. I think he's desperate right now, and I think he is just like lying out of his ass to kind of bring some sort of like spice and drama to the show that is not involving Teresa, because they know that they have to do something like spectacular in the reunion to just stay on the cast of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, because they're on the chopping board ever since Teresa said to production and to Bravo and to Andy that she was not going to stay on the show if Joe and Melissa Gorga were on the show any longer. She was happy to just walk. And we know that production and Bravo and Andy Cohen are more likely to keep on Teresa and her family and let Melissa Gorga and her family go, because Melissa is super boring. She never has a storyline. Her storyline is always her fighting with Teresa. And personally, in my opinion, I find that really like annoying that she never has any sort of like real storyline apart from that. I remember when she came up with that fake "I've got a sister" that the psychic told me about, and I feel like I have a long lost sister, that my father spawned a sister, out of marriage, and she just believed that. And that kind of fizzled out, and then she also tried to make us believe, this was hilarious, she tried to make us believe that at the age of, I don't know what it was exactly, 45 or something like that, that she was going to have another child. She wanted another child. Don't quote me on the age, because I'm not sure exactly what age, but yeah, she was trying to convince us that was her storyline for the season, on one season. And I believe that it was Jennifer Aiden who called her out on that and was like, in the reunion, that was the lamest storyline, because we all know you're not going to have another child. So I feel like both Joe and Melissa are always kind of trying to antagonize Teresa in order for them to have a storyline. And I feel like Teresa has had enough. And I feel like she is backed up by Louis Ruales now. And she feels financially secure. So she is definitely going to put her foot down and, say it's me or them. And she knows that most likely it's going to go in her favor. And I think good, because we can't have the show without Teresa. Because Teresa is the Real Housewives of New Jersey. And she's the only OG left standing on this show. So I think that they're definitely going to fire Melissa and Joe Gorga. Or they might, I think, after the reunion, if they've created enough of a buzz and, enough of a production that they made Joe and Melissa, they might keep them on just as either friends of the show, or they might just keep them on as full-fledged cast members just for one more season to see how it goes, and then decide if they want to dump them or not. Because I feel like they might try and just kind of milk it for one more season and hope that Teresa stays. They might just call her bluff and see how that goes. But I'm not quite sure. But I definitely think that Joe Gorga, if these rumors are true, that Joe Gorga basically lied about Teresa's daughter, Gia Giudice. And then he also lied about Dolores' son, Frankie Catania Jr. I don't think there's any way that what he said was true about the divorce rumors. I don't think Gia would say anything like that to, say that you have to divorce Melissa Gorga to her uncle, because she's never ever expressed anything like that ever before. And I also don't think that Frankie Catania Jr. would say anything about his employer to Joe Gorga, because I don't really think that he's that close to Joe Gorga, and he's not going to go gossip about his boss to someone who hates his boss or someone he's worked for before if they are no longer working together. If Louis Ruales and Frankie Catania Jr. are no longer working together, he would not, even if he parted on bad terms, he wouldn't say bad words about his ex-employer to Joe Gorga, who hates Louis Ruales. It's just not something I see Frankie Catania doing. It's not something that a good little boy, mama's boy from New Jersey would do, in my opinion anyway. But I also want to hear what you guys think. Do you guys believe that these rumors are true about what Joe Gorga has been saying? And if you do believe they're true, do you think that Gia actually asked Joe Gorga to divorce Melissa Gorga? And do you think that Frankie Catania Jr. actually said what he said, what Joe Gorga claims that he said? Just to remind you guys that everything that I said in this video is alleged, and all the rumors that I'm talking about are alleged too, because I don't have any way of knowing if this is true or not. It's just stuff that I've heard, and I wasn't there, so I have no idea. And also, if you guys have any other video ideas for me, please let me know in the comments below. Or you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, or on Twitter. You can also let me know if you have any tea you'd like me to spill. And you can contact me in the comments below, or DM me on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok. And don't forget to like this video, comment below, tell me what you think in the comments, and like and share and subscribe. And I will definitely be back tomorrow, every day, every single day of the week, with a brand new video. And I also put up YouTube shorts every day. If you look through your feed, you'll definitely see a short from me, and you'll also see some polls and other good stuff up there too. So subscribe, and I will keep you informed on all things New Jersey and Bravo related, and other pop culture commentary I have too. So see you soon. Bye guys.